Renting versus buying, the age-old American debate for those who are currently tenants. And it usually arises right about the time their leases are going to expire. Should they buy a home of their own? Or should they continue renting? Keeping in mind, markets will vary and that will alter their mindsets on what the best move for them is. In this video, we will break down renting versus buying in this current Arizona real estate market. In fact, this subject, rent versus buy, always leaves people on both sides of the fence, and there's no shortage of reasons why they believe their decision will be correct. Okay, let's be real. Assuming the primary driver is financial and that those who propose renting over buying a home is simply the cheaper way to go, are they correct? Let's find out. My name is Sean Rogers, the lead of the Mr. Rogers Homes real estate team, and we make videos all about Arizona. If you have any questions about buying, selling, renting, investing, upsizing, or downsizing, reach out to me. My contact information is below. As a matter of fact, we have a free buyer's guide, so make sure you grab one now while supplies last. Okay, let's get on to this video about renting versus buying in the market currently in Arizona. Okay, here's the reality check. If you're just starting out, then perhaps renting is the way to go. After all, you may have to build your credit up, you may have to save up money for a deposit, and for sure, absolutely, you're going to have to formulate a game plan, do the homework. Where do you want to live? But short of those reasons, for the short or long term, renting just doesn't help you build your financial portfolio, your financial freedom. And that's what I care about, you, your finances, and your freedom. And of course, I'd love for you to dive into real estate here in the Valley of the Sun, starting with your first property and building your empire. Most people will be over the moon happy after we explain why buying a home will start saving them money right now, and of course for the long haul. Here are a couple of the top reasons why skipping renting and going right to home ownership will be the better way to go in this current Arizona real estate market. Number one, no equity when renting. When searching on your own for a place to live, it can be easy to think putting down a doable security deposit with the first month's rent is the way to go. No interest rates to worry about. The transaction is not particularly complex or time consuming, and there's really nothing that will leave you in suspense beyond a quick and relatively painless credit, employment, and perhaps background check. Yes, I get it. Yet, here's the rub. While you may be saving money up front by foregoing a down payment and applying for a loan, you aren't doing anything to build your equity, which in reality is your buying power now and in your future. Equity and beyond. What I mean by that is building equity is probably the number one reason why most would want to buy a home of their own. But there are numerous, a couple of solid other reasons why you will want to buy versus renting. And here they are. Tax benefits and tax write-offs. Both are huge reasons why one would want to own a home of their own. I know enough about both to be dangerous, but as a disclaimer, you definitely want to speak to an accountant, CPA, somebody who is a professional in the field of real estate taxes. The next perk of home ownership versus renting: if you own the property, the landlord can't raise the rent. And here in the Valley of the Sun, trust me when I tell you, rents are not going to be going down anytime soon. These next advantages of home ownership over renting may not be quite obvious if you're not familiar with the process. Traditionally, when you're renting, you're not permitted to decorate or renovate. You have to get the landlord's permission. Sometimes things such as painting a bedroom are just not going to be permitted. Forget about knocking down a wall or putting an addition on a property. So think about that. Another thing to think about, and this is huge, you're not typically allowed to do what's known as sub-rent or sublet the property that you're renting. In other words, if you rent a property, you can't have a roommate move in without the landlord's permission. If you own a home of your own, let's say you get a 3-bedroom and 1 bedroom is for you, the other bedroom is the man cave or the den or perhaps the workout facility. So it leaves you with an extra bedroom. Feel free to fill it with all of your worldly treasures, or perhaps put an ad out and have a friend or a roommate move in and help you pay your mortgage. That's another way to your financial freedom. Now, I can't speak for every property in America, but I can definitely speak with authority about those here in the Valley of the Sun. When you own a home, you can utilize equity as it builds as you see fit. If you have questions on that, again, reach out to me. I would be more than happy to answer any of your questions. In my humble professional opinion, those were the top reasons why buying a home will be the best move in this current Valley of the Sun real estate market as opposed to renting one. I want to go back and talk about equity. It's very important. In simple terms, equity is the difference between the current market value of your home and what you owe on your mortgage. If you paid $350,000 for a home, putting down 5%, which is $17,500, and you paid back $12,000, and the market value currently is $380,000 in this example, you would have about $60,000 in equity. Not too shabby. However, if you decide to rent, there will be no equity for you. For your landlord, that's a different story. Take a look. Take a good look at this chart I provided. It will show you the thousands of dollars you'll be contributing to your landlord's pocket should you decide to rent as opposed to buy. Income from rent. I know you haven't even bought a home yet, and while it may not be the first thing you think about after you buy a home, you might at some point find yourself renting out that very home. And we can talk about that part of real estate when we speak. Because if we do rent out that home, you can claim your real estate taxes and mortgage interest rate as a deduction. You can also deduct your home insurance and any money spent on repairs. There's another harsh reality that renters must face. They have zero control over price increases. When you sign a lease with a landlord or property manager, again, what you're actually doing is locking a roof over your head for a given period of time, usually 1 year. Should you renew the lease, your landlord more often than not will raise the rent, many times dramatically. If you waited until the last minute, not that you're that type, to find another rental, my guess you'll be stuck agreeing, thus signing that new lease for another year at a price point beyond your comfort level. That's the nature of renting, which is yet another reason why home ownership puts you in the driver's seat, giving you control over your financial well-being. Truth is, when you rent, you're just a guest of the landlord, and rarely will you ever be permitted to redo the kitchen, add new appliances, forget about building an outdoor patio, all of which homeowners can do if they so wish. Heck, even painting a bedroom a different color may not be tolerated by a landlord. Not to mention, okay, I'll mention it, some of those hidden fees added to the cost of renting. Trust me, they may not be in bold print, but they are definitely in fine print, usually down towards the bottom. All in all, if you're thinking about renting, let's talk, as you want to know what's best for you. Truly think long and hard whether answering to a landlord is okay with you and your lifestyle. Staying in a rental in an area that no longer fits you? Or is it time for you to go after the American dream of home ownership? As they say, that's a wrap. I truly hope you enjoyed this video on buying versus renting. If you did, again, click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. Oh, make sure you check out other videos on our channel. Please take care. God bless America. Talk to you soon.